Well, there it is. Hello there and welcome to a War for the Overworld gameplay. So my name is Witty and I'm going to be playing through this game thanks to Silver Ryan, who's managed to gift this to me on Steam. And for those of you that are curious as to what War for the Overworld is, do you remember Dungeon Keeper? You don't. How old are you? You must do. But if you don't, then Dungeon Keeper was basically a series of real-time strategy games published between 1997 and 1999 for the PC. You might be able to tell I'm reading this out, but this is just so that you can get the best information very quickly. This is from the wiki. A sequel, Dungeon Keeper 3, was planned. However, it folded and Bullfrog was bought by EA. Bullfrog made some quality games, obviously Dungeon Keeper being one of them, back in the day. And War for the Overworld is much like Dungeon Keeper. It's basically taken over. It was a Kickstarter project and it managed to be successful. It ran from November 29th, 2012 to January 3rd, 2013. In the game, which is this game, and much like Dungeon Keeper, players would build dungeons containing deadly traps to kill adventuring heroes that enter. The game is inspired by Dungeon Keeper, StarCraft, Overlord, and Evil Genius. And you can see a bit of all of that. And as you can see, you've got campaign, survival, skirmish, sandbox, and even multiplayer. Although I don't think there's that many people playing at multiplayer. But your job really in this game is to build a dungeon, attract minions, use those minions to defeat the opposing humans or allied forces, the good guys basically, that try to come down into your realm and vanquish you. But you want to fight them back and get back up to the top and take over. So that's what this is all about. So without further ado, we're going to get into the campaign. You'll get to see much more as to what this game has to offer. So, beginning with the first part of the campaign, and we're going to play through all of this. Well, not in one sitting, but we're going to go through it.
I've been looking for someone to spearhead my campaign. But before we get stuck in, let's refresh that old mind of yours.
I'm not 100% sure, but I believe I've heard that this is the original narrator from the original Dungeon Keeper game. If that is pretty epic because he was very, well, very good. He's got a very clear pronunciation.
Welcome back, Underlord. I must say, I wasn't expecting you quite so soon. The transference may have left you feeling a bit foggy in the head. Focus now. I'll try to ease you back into it. Fortunately, this does seem to get easier each time. This is your home realm, the source of your power, and the anchor that binds you to reality. Many years ago, it was destroyed, and you were cast out into formless nothing. Fortunately, you've returned from your exile to once again challenge those who would stand between us and the mortal realm of Kairos. Your resurrection heralds the next phase of our assault upon its wretched empire, now led by the newly crowned Emperor Lucius. But he is least and final of our worries. It's his generals and the protection of their goddess Kira that will truly test our mettle. Ready yourself, Underlord. Let's begin our war for the Overworld.
We're taking it back. Okay. The arena can not only be used to train beast minions.
Welcome back.
Oh, never mind. Quick in there.
It's been a long time since you were banished to the ether. You've returned as a husk of your former self, but I've taught far denser underlords than you. Let's start with the basics.
Okay.
This is your...
So I've played a couple of the campaign levels just to basically bring myself up to scratch with the game, and that way it's a bit less painful for you guys, because obviously you don't want to watch someone go, oh, how do I do all of this? I've got a very good idea, and I've played the original.
tether that allows you to manifest your malignant will. If destroyed, your consciousness will once again be scattered to the void. Your workers are an extension of your dark will. They have many jobs, but their main focus is in carving out the halls of your dungeon. Put them to work by clicking and dragging your cursor upon the flashing tiles to tag them for excavation. Your workers will now rush forth to dig out and claim the tagged area. Once they have laid down the stones, marking the ground as your own, you will be able to build rooms upon the finished tiles. While your lackeys get to work, look to the east of your dungeon core. This is a gateway, one of the many portals that you'll use to attract minions to your dungeon. Order your workers to dig a path to it now.
So the gateways are basically where the attracted minions come from. So if you build a lair, then you attract Gnarlings or something like that, and then Gnarlings come in. I think that's if you get barracks, actually. Gnarligs. We'll find out in a moment. So, got to get my imps over there. This should be done. Claimed gateways allows minions, so let's pick up an imp and chuck him over there. Maybe we can claim this. Get this pathway cleared and complete, because
Now
not only do they take over the floor, they also take over the walls.
Can enter into your service, but first you'll need to build the rooms necessary to entice them in. Start by building a barracks. This room will allow your minions to hone their combat skills without the risk of permanent death or disfigurement. Select it and build it by clicking and dragging your hand across the claimed tiles. Most rooms must be built at least 3 by 3 in order to function properly, though the lair and vault are effective at any size. A Gnarling has entered your dungeon.
It's a Gnarling, it is.
A Gnarling has entered your dungeon. Attracted by the barracks, these green-skinned scrappers aren't quite right in the head, and they'll happily hack at your foes until someone is dead. Outside of combat, Gnarlings will train themselves within your barracks. You can pick them up with a click if you find them slouching off, then deposit them anywhere within your dungeon with a right click. For further entertainment, you can always put yourself directly into their head by casting possession upon them.
So this is possession. This is where you actually get inside the creature. Got access to different attacks. So chucking a dagger. And as you can see, they have different cooldowns, so it's pretty awesome being able to do this. Okay, so we need a little sleepy time guy. So lair.
Well done.
So allow my minions to have a little rest.
They collect and return gold to your dungeon coffers, allowing you to spend it on whatever your dark heart desires. Your core can store up to 16,000 gold pieces.
So they got little beds. They come over here, get their bed.
Small,
you can see beds 2 and 9.
Wealth inspires the evil in you. Simply build a vault to store more. Now that you've got a bit of coin in your pocket, you can build a slaughter pan. This room produces scores of micro-piglets, a delicacy that will sustain the weak flesh of your minions by filling their bellies with succulent pig flesh.
So we want to take over the floor here and get ourselves a slaughter pen. So that basically feeds our minions, the slaughter pen. The lair houses your guys, so you need to have enough beds for your minions. And then the barracks suits the Gnarlings, and it can also train any other minions that you want to build up in terms of giving them experience to make them stronger. But you're going to need one of these training devices for each and every single one of them, and in order to get that you need to basically make the room bigger to fit that all in. So the minions will come in here and they'll pick up a pig when they're hungry, which will spawn as it does over time. Now we need to see if we can get some more cash, which I can see some over there. So we'll fill that up.
Your dungeon has been breached.
Righto.
Cast Rally upon these spectres, and your minions will immediately sally forth to wreak bloody havoc.
Okay, so we've got Rally here.
Your
to deal.
dungeon is under attack.
Rally should put down a flag, which will draw all of my minions towards it, and they'll fight whatever is opposing them. As you can see, that's the Spectres at the moment. And if your minions aren't doing a good enough job fighting them, give them a slap. They did a great job, so give them a slap anyway.
Now finish off the rest of these manifestations with a second rally flag.
Righto.
Okay, so another rally towards this point, because we're going to defend, and then we're going to move further in, potentially,
Your minions
to the enemy.
have engaged the enemy.
So you can zoom in on the action.
Made short work of those Spectres.
Sure did make short work.
But see how they still
Definitely
circle
sorted.
the flag. You can dismiss rally flags by slapping them with a right click. This should allow your minions to return to their jobs and
So-
tend their needs in a timely fashion.
Get rid of the flag, and then the minions will go off and carry on mining gold,
Return them to your dungeon. Though if they are attacked,
or
as
they'll
it
go back to getting
channels,
experience from
then
their
the spell
relative
will fizzle
rooms.
into nothing.
So recall is an ability you probably very rarely use, but if your minion does go miles out, you could just pick him up, but you can't pick him up if he's not in your territory, and this isn't your territory, so you use recall, which basically is like a half stone. It sends them back after 5 seconds, but if they get attacked, then good luck to them, because they're going to be stuck there. You can't recall them if they get attacked.
For the Overworld. Let us enter the realm of Kairos and continue your retraining against a more fitting enemy. Well done, Underlord. I see it all coming back quite quickly. I expected nothing less, but there's much still to learn. Why don't we work in a bit of murder
Moida.
while we're at it? It's time for you to enter the realm of Kairos.
Alright, let's do that. So you've got this other bit here, but this isn't where you're supposed to go, because before I did that, it sort of said, oh yeah, you should continue with the campaign, so I'm going to leave that bit for now, and then maybe I'll look back at it later, and I'll continue with what's basically highlighted, is what I assume it wants me to do.
Now's the time for a bigger challenge. Before you lies an Imperial keep, guarded by a certain Lord Rusimov. He had a bit of an accident that melted most of his face, but he's no less vigilant a soldier. He's been sent to guard an object that could threaten our campaign. Get in there, and burn the rest of him, Underlord.
I like this guy. Bit of an accident which melted his face. That is an accident. An unfortunate accident. Hopefully it doesn't happen twice for him.
We've punctured the veil of this
Cough,
world
cough.
through a schism, a point of weakness in the bonds between realms. Unfortunately for us, the Empire has crafted defenses to keep us from the heart of their kingdom. These inhibitors prevent underlords from trespass, but whether it's bone or stone, it can be broken. I suspect that this Empire force has yet to taste true battle. But before you go engaging them, you'll need to muster up some minions. Unfortunately for me, your time in the ether has left you a weak husk of your former self. In order to reacquire your powers, you will need to access the veins of evil. Open them now, and use a sin to unlock the archive.
So the Veins of Evil is a bit like a research tab, and you unlock it as you progress through the game.
Archive unlocked. This room will allow your minions to research additional sins, which can be spent to recover your lost powers. Build one now to begin researching additional sins.
So the archive room is one of the rooms that you're going to want to get yourself set up first, because it will bring in, are they acolytes, or what did he call them, cultists, something like that. Cultists, yes, and they'll basically give you essentially the ability to research more stuff, or get access to more things like barracks and the foundry and whatever else is amongst this
Build
tab.
an archive, Underlord.
Yeah,
Your
I'm working on
forgotten
it.
powers are far more impressive than those you currently wield.
Can I possess one of these minions to work harder? Give me one of those minions. So, as you can see, 1 is work, 2 is basic attack. So if you really wanted to use this to attack, you can go for it, but I wouldn't. And then 3 is work and regen, and they regenerate health over time, so that's just a passive. So if I start working on this floor, I don't know if that's going to work. I wonder what happens if I just spam on this. Oh, right, you can trash the actual... Well, that's pretty quick, actually. That's quicker than the... I would do it, so I could start mining for gold if I wanted. And then you pick up the gold, maybe. Maybe they just do that by themselves. Anyway, I should concentrate on building. You can get carried away possessing stuff. But you see all these gold piles, they get put around your dungeon core, but of course you've only got so much space, so then you need like another room that's specialised for holding all the cash, and that's called a vault. But for first, we're going to worry about the archive room. I'm going to do 3x3s for the time being because it's only early campaign. Later on I might focus on 5x5s or 6x6s. But for now, we'll just do 3x3s as it's quite simple and it gets the job done.
A cultist has entered your dungeon.
There we go.
A cultist has found its way into your dungeon. Attracted by the magical tomes within your archive, these minions will spend most of their time researching sins for you. Though they are weak combatants, they have the power to curse your foes, making them weak to your other minions' blows.
So they're good
A hungry
fighter units
minion
anyway.
can always find work elsewhere.
Think of them as
Build a
banshees.
slaughter pen before your minions
necromancers.
starve.
Okay, so slaughter pen. Typically I find it's probably good to have like your housing, your food area, and a tavern, a place where they can get buffs, all within the same sort of area. The same with the vault as well, because the minions like to get their cash. They take money from you every now and then. That's time until payday, so you need to make sure you're constantly getting cash. But early on in the campaign, you're not going to have any issue with cash. Don't forget that one can always be working towards getting more gold, so you always want to be giving your workers something to do whilst you're trying to get everything else built. So it's good to kind of keep an eye out for the gold and, you know, get your workers doing that whilst you're concentrating on whatever other little jobs you want to do around the place. So we have cultists and we're waiting for them to research a new sin. Now in order for them to speed that up, I might increase the archive room size to 1 more. In fact, let's go 1 further than that. So let's take, you can pick up workers straight from this little tab if you really want to get them quickly, and then put them closer to where it is that you've assigned a task, as you can see. So they're going to destroy that, and then they're going to take over the floor, and once they've taken over the floor I can now build on it. So we're going to get that archive and extend this just 1 more so we can get potentially 3 cultists in, but for the time being we've got 2, and what will happen is this bar will fill up as those cultists are basically researching by the altars, and as that happens each time you get 1 research point basically, and you can put that towards things. So the idea really is to get the cultists quite early on. And again, just in case your guys run out of finding gold or whatever, make sure you give them something to do. And then potentially obviously build for future rooms. You don't have to worry about being too neat early on in the campaign either. I am a bit of an OCD freak, so unfortunately games like this will do my head in if I get unblockable or unbuildable parts of the game, because then I've got to go with uneven tabs. But we're waiting for our cultists to research a new sin, but that doesn't mean we can't work towards other things. So we've got a barracks here, so maybe make the barracks quite large, because we're going to need a bit of an army in this one. So this whole floor over here I'm going to convert into a barracks, so that gives me some fighters basically, and anyone that isn't necessarily a fighter
have worked hard to earn a new sin.
can still
Use it
use
within
the barracks
veins
to
of evil
get stronger.
to unlock the tavern. This room provides your minions with succulent cooked pig flesh and stout ales.
Okay.
After eating a meal within its hearthed halls, their spirits will be raised, increasing their productivity for a short time. A gnarling has entered your dungeon.
So getting Gnarlings, they're going to be our little warriors. But we also want the tavern. So if we go to the research, or rather the Fanes of Evil, and unlock the tavern.
Unlocked.
Another building.
This room provides your minions with succulent cooked pig flesh and stout ales. After eating a meal within its hearthed halls, their spirits will be raised, increasing their productivity for a short time. Build one now, and remember that the tavern is unique and must be built at least 3 by 5 in order to be effective.
So yeah, we'll go for 3 by 5 at least. This should be 5 by 5 if anything. 5 by 4. So yeah, 3 by 5 he said. That'll do it. So you get a couple of them.
Rooms will only attract a certain number of minions before becoming full.
Yep.
In order to attract more, you will need to expand them.
So as you can see, I've got 7 out of 9 bed spaces in use. So if I really want to get more minions on board,
Time to pay your minions, Underlord.
we're going to want more bed space.
Hard work.
So
Nothing in this life is free, Underlord, and you'll regularly
Let's
need
open
to
up more
pay your
space.
minions for their hard work.
these guys just
Be
finished some
sure to
research.
keep an eye on your reserves, for if you've not enough gold for their wages, they'll be swift to find gainful employment elsewhere. Prophecy unlocked.
So I've unlocked
Fortunately,
prophecy.
your minions will return
That's
some
revealing
of their
fog of war,
earnings
basically.
by buying meals within your own tavern.
So you can see what the enemy are up to.
Gracious arrangement.
It's like Farsight from the Farseer. We've still got plenty of gold, so no problem there. Just keep going for our workers. We obviously want a bit more bed space. It's not ideal, but we've got to make do with what we got. Let's open up some more space.
Something evil stares out there. Scouts.
Let's just
Go
open this
find
all
what
up.
the hell's making all that racket.
Not that so much though.
Rally your minions to defeat these scouts once they breach your dungeon. Let's keep Sarusimov in the dark a little while longer.
So this is part of the reason why you get a lot of like
You should try
Gnarlings.
using the
They can
lightning
work hard.
and heal spells
And they
to
get
assist
stronger.
your minions in combat.
They're all getting experience. If you hold the cursor over, you can actually see they're level 2 at the moment, or this one is, and it's going up and up the longer he's sitting at this training device. So that's why you want a lot of these if you can. You also get a lot of statistics on their sleep levels, how happy they are,
the health
their
of
food
minions
level.
is represented by petals
So let's get
surrounding
my
their
minions
unit's shield.
over here.
Once
What I
no
can do is just
petals
pick them all up
remain,
and drop them
the
in.
creature will fall unconscious and
That's
soon
quicker.
die, unless returned to its legs.
And they'll take care of this very quickly.
This is no game, Underlord. Rally your minions to defend your dungeon core.
Okay, so you got one... Oh no, never mind. I was going to say one cheeky guy attacking the dungeon core. I've already done that. Minions are sorted, but I guess he wants me to put a rally point there anyway, so... Whatever. That'll keep him happy. Now we got a spell, Lightning, which is very powerful. You can use that on these guys and basically hurt them, stun them, perhaps kill them. If you got enough mana.
Back by now.
So...
Bar the doors. We
That
wait
works
for
quite nicely.
reinforcements.
Look how easily your minions cut down these sappers. If I didn't know better, I'd say the Empire is woefully unprepared.
They are indeed not prepared. Let's get a bit more slaughter pen action going in here. Maybe increase the fault. Do we have a fault? I don't think we do actually have a fault. We can just convert all of this to the vault. That's fine. The enemy can just nick our gold on the way in. Just a place to stash the cash. Okay, so right click upon my existing flag and dismiss it because all my workers
Some
are completely
dork
distracted by it.
pretending to be a pirate has entered your dungeon. Dismiss your rally flag to let your minions mend their wounds and return to work. Once minions are rested, you can leave them to their work or force them to train by dropping them in a barracks.
So as he says, if you've got minions that aren't necessarily working on, you know, getting you more researches, or there is a foundry, you know, working on that, you can always just drop them in and get more experience. But of course you need enough of these training devices to work on that. My acolyte should give me access to a new thingy in a moment, but I want to get one of these acolytes just as I get the research coming. There we go. Now, we'll take one of... Well, we've already got a cultist on that, but we'll take you off and put you on this.
That's enough training for now.
That'll do.
When you're ready, rally your minions to the inhibitor and defeat Sir Rusimov.
Okay. Well, what we can do now is essentially a move. Rally all minions. My minions are going to be pretty damn strong because I've got these barracks up pretty early, so they're like level 2, maybe level 3, generally. Quite a few of them, potentially. Otherwise, some of them might still be level 1 slackers. But they're still going to be strong, so why don't we have some fun whilst they're all running in there and possess one of the cultists. Actually, no, we're in an island now. So we're all ganking them very heavily, as you can see. There's a lot more of us than there are of them. So they won't last long. You've got to break through the doors, charge him, get in there, do what you can. You can chuck your knives at them, stun them. Let's try out the cultists. So I'm in one of the cultists right now. So they've got a basic attack, as any other mob does, or they also have Wither, which basically reduces movement and attack speed for a few seconds, so you want to basically cast that on anything you see, particularly a big nasty guy. So this guy over here is obviously not going to last long, and he's the big dude. And you can also heal if you can actually work out anyone to heal. Down he goes.
I am extinguished.
Let's try healing someone.
Charitable, put him out of his misery.
And there you have it. Inhibitor down. You have won the match.
Well done, Underlord. You're learning much faster this time. We've barely even started, and you already have a notch on your belt. Well done, Underlord. But there's no rest for the wicked. 2 inhibitors still stand between us and the mainland. But after your butchery of poor Lord Rusimov, I doubt they'll be as weakly defended.
Right. Let's move on.
You're making great progress, Underlord. You'll be back to your old self in no time. Our next target is the citadel of the intransigent Dotard, Lord O'Theland. He's a dim-witted sort, and he seems to like marching his troops into an early grave. I'd say it's time to learn about traps.
Having fun? It's good, isn't it, so far? Alright.
Welcome to the breach, Underlord. This stronghold was built into this chasm to safekeep one of the Empire's inhibitors. With its trained garrison, it's virtually impervious to attack. Fortunately for you, their commander, Lord O'Theland, is a vacuous sort who will throw his troops at your dungeon without strategy or order.
Okay.
I can think of no better time for you to learn how to build defenses for your dungeon. But to do this, you'll first need a foundry. Open the veins of evil.
It's hard to overtalk this guy, so I'm waiting for him to finish. Okay, so you got Summon Worker, that's another spell. I typically like to just spam the crap out of this one, because it's so good, because it's obviously very helpful to have as many imps as possible. So if we can get that going on one of these grounds, maybe.
Unlock the foundry within the veins of evil.
Let me do it, unfortunately. Not sure exactly why, but let's go with this, the foundry.
Unlocked. Build
Oh, there
one
we go. Now I
now,
can
and
do
your
it.
minions will be happy to create defenses for your dungeon.
So now you can see I got 20 workers, which is proper overkill, and it does cap your mana, but to be fair, a lot of the time you might be too distracted to actually use your mana incredibly efficiently well, so for the time being I'm just going to give my minions tons to do. I'm not even going to worry too much about sort of like doing these 5x5 rooms or anything like that. Just open floor space is the way to go for the time being in the early campaign, as far as I can tell, until I get to a point where maybe it beats me and I go, oh, okay, maybe I need to be a bit more organised and have
Your
places for
workers
doorways
will
and such.
continue to claim territory mindlessly.
Right.
To prevent them from throwing their lives away, cast Impasse upon the flashing tile. Each Impasse flag will create a 3x3 area that your workers will not claim. Use it to keep your expansion in check and your workers alive. To dismiss an Impasse flag, simply give it a slap. You can also click the red Impasse icon to dismiss all such flags.
Yeah. So there's an impasse flag that basically stops your workers from going to a certain area, or there is a
You've
worker flag
discovered
which
a
does
gold
cause your workers to go to that area.
Tagging it will allow your workers to mine unlimited wealth for your dungeon. If your coffers are full, or if you're afraid of how wealth might change you, you can always untag it with a second click. Perception Shrine claimed. You'll need an archive and cultists in order to research that artifact.
Okay. So let's get some bedding for our little guys. Let's just make this whole bit the bedding area. That's enough space for that. We'll make this bit default, because there's plenty of, actually no, put the default in
Gold
this room.
Shrine claimed.
We'll make this the slaughter piggy bit. That's good. Get their food from that, and the tavern. You won't get much out of that, to be honest. It's a little bit stuck for space. We'll just keep on pigging here, and we'll get a fault all around this, because plenty of cash there.
Perception Shrine claimed.
Okay, so we want a bit. Well, let's see. Give me more space to work with. Okay, so we've got this room over here. Maybe that can be our pub. That'll do for now. Obviously he wants me to get an archive room and foundry and all of that, so we will work on that in a second. So get 3x3 archive there. Let's get the foundry, which will bring in the next lot of mobs as well. 3.
A Chunder has entered your dungeon. A Chunder has entered your dungeon. Attracted by the foundry, this gassy creature will joyfully launch the fetid contents of its stomach to attack. Your other minions would do well to stay a few steps back. A cultist has entered your dungeon.
Okay, so the Chunders are basically the dudes that will allow you to get traps more easily. Like, they'll give you access to that kind of stuff. And much like the archive room, which I was speaking about earlier, that'll give you research points, which is what you're going to want, because that's good stuff.
Open the veins of evil and unlock the Blade Lotus. Blade Lotus unlocked. The Blade Lotus is a spinning flower of destruction that tears nearby enemies into shredded flesh as it pushes them away. Perception Shrine claimed. To build defenses for your dungeon, you need simply to lay their blueprints upon a claimed tile. Your minions will work to craft defense parts within your foundry, which will then be ferried off by your workers to construct them.
Okay, so we do need a barracks, because we haven't got that. But this level isn't too much about the barracks. It's more about building traps. So the foundry is a really important thing to go for.
Splendidly done, Underlord. But see how some of your mana has been locked away.
Yep.
These defenses require a small portion of your mana in order to function. You will regain this locked mana when the defense is destroyed or sold. Many of the defenses you build can be toggled between two
So
distinct
it's taking
modes,
10 mana at a time.
each with their own effects. Toggle the Blade Lotus by clicking it now.
So I need to build the Blade Lotus, don't I? Which I did order, but what the minions need to do is they come over here. These guys, when they're working, will create this thing. So if I can pick that guy up, oh, he's so quick. They basically create a little box, which is then used to build any of these traps. So you can see this defense part, so that's all used to build the traps. So the workers will come and get that, or you can actually pull it over and put it here to make it quicker for the workers to get to, and they can pick up that box, take it over, and start working. I've got an artifact of joy. So I need to use the prophecy now.
Blade Lotus complete.
So that's active. Gold shrine. Unlimited gold. Plenty of it. Okay. I've got all these research points, but there's nothing new I can get at the moment, so I'm capped out on that. So I can toggle between the defenses I currently have, the two modes. That's correct. Use the prophecy spell to scout the area around your dungeon core. Okay, well, heck, my dungeon core is pretty covered. That's not going to do anything new. So I'm not sure exactly what it wants me to try and find.
Not enough mana.
So what we can do is, if we've got too many AFK idle workers, as you can see, we do now, we can pick them all up and actually kill them by slapping them enough times, I believe. So go for a slapper bomb. As you can see, my mana's coming back. They probably don't appreciate that, but as you can see, I get a bit more mana now, so I can start casting more. So you can get a bit crazy on the summon workers, but it's kind of important. It gets you off to a real good head start. Okay. How's this prophecy working out for you? Is that good?
Not enough mana.
You happy with that? Need to build up a little bit more mana? Okay. So the gameplay is actually fairly smooth. It's obviously a little less smooth when you're recording / streaming. But if I'm not streaming or recording, it's pretty good, but I have to have the graphics kind of low, because when I have them high, it obviously doesn't give you that much better graphics, and obviously takes a lot more effort. So the texture quality and all that goes way up, and you don't really need that in a game like this, because you rarely zoom in, and even when you do zoom in, they look fine, and this is on low. Right, I can toggle all defenses between their two modes with a click. Well, we established this earlier when I clicked on this, and I clicked on that, and then I clicked on that, 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 but that doesn't seem to be pushing things along
It's payday.
anytime sooner. Let's get this finished. So that's inactive at the moment. If we activate it, there we go. You can toggle defenses, so I'm not sure exactly what it wants me to do next, because I've basically done that.
Complete.
Yep, Blade Lotus is indeed complete, that is correct. I have played this level before and I didn't get stuck, so it's a bit more unusual.
You have insufficient mana to cast that spell.
I've built a lot of traps. This is a lot of traps. And I'm not sure exactly what it wants me to do at this point now, so we're just going to save it just in case, but it's a little bit odd. Toggle your Blade Lotus between its two modes. Let's go and do that. Here is a Blade Lotus. Well, here it is. Zooming right in. Click. Click. That's a little unfortunate.
One of your creatures is moaning about you, behind your back.
Yep, let's pull in some aggro then. Can I push him off a cliff? Okay. Let's see if we can drag him in then, because they want to be a bit... Oh, they want to be difficult. Come towards the traps. They're ready and waiting for you. There we go. Finally. Oh wait. I'm not sure they're working on it or if it's killing them. This guy's kind of automatically moving by himself, my guy. Like he's jittering about a lot. Ah, there we go. It's finally killed something. Okay. So activated that. Maybe we're going to want a bigger foundry room or more research. What am I missing building wise? Have we got lair? We got lair. So we've got 11 out of 34. We're fine for that. Pig pens. Pretty fine for that. Vault. Fine for that. Archive. Mostly good for that. Foundry, yes. Barracks, only a little bit, but what the hey. I'll expand that just a little bit more. Why the heck not? And tavern we do have over here. So I'm not sure what it is that I'm missing that the game is really giving me a hard time about. It's got obsessed with these lotuses, of which I've not really had a problem with before in the past. I've obviously built a lot of them now. We've established that they work. So I'm not sure really what it's after from me at this point now. We've got our workers, we've got our minions. Prophecy, yep. I can only still build Blade Lotus, and my artifact tab seems to be Artifact of Gold. Seems to be something you can activate. I cannot use my Sen of Evil or Fen of Evil to get anything new, so it just seems to be really obsessed between me toggling between my Blade Lotus between its two modes. And unfortunately that's not moving it along any further because nothing's happening. And that Blade Lotus is built. So why don't we get a worker rally, get them over here so that if there is any work to be done, then they can come and finish it off over here, but there clearly isn't. I think I am going to have to kill the enemy because yes, I think it may have bugged because I got further in when I previously did this. Like, I activated it and had no problem, but at the moment it's being a bit more tricky. The problem is yes, let's just go for the attack. The idea really of this level is to get them to come to you and you build traps as you go.
Evil presence shall not stand up to my might. Rally straight forth to assault them, men.
Oh, finally,
How
we're getting some action now.
of the nitwit to announce his attack. Prepare to defend the center line, Underlord.
Well, my minions are probably just going there and kick their ass, to be quite frank with you. Got a bit of lightning. Can't use that unless it's in our territory, I believe. So may as well possess one of these chunders. Okay, so number 2 is basic attack. 3 is headbutt, that stuns a target. 4 is chunder thunder. Let out vile belch, that damages and reduces the damage dealt by enemies. And 5 is Chunderstorm, flatulate with tempestuous Force. Covering a large area in a toxic mist which stuns and deals damage to any enemies it catches. So very good area of effect creature here. Let's stun this. Let's start destroying it. That's destroyed. Maybe break through this door. You can't quite see what the health is on the doors, unfortunately, but you have to assume that you are basically making progress. He's supposed to be attacking me, but at the moment we're just destroying him.
Scatter their bones.
Okay, I'm going to start spreading out my poison. So that's being poisoned. I've got 700 health, as you can see at the top there. I'm going to back up a little bit with this chunder. And I'm going to take out possession. See if I can give him a heal. If there's any of them that can get him a heal. Like that one. Gave him a heal, as you can see. Keeps him in it.
Not enough mana.
Now we ain't got enough mana for the rest of that. They're still going strong, they're still high level, but there's still this to break through. I'd love to see if my workers could just take over this whole area, but I don't think they can. I can't drop them there unless... So if we get our worker tab, I don't think they're going to play ball, but we just put our worker tab over here. No, we can't do it over there. No, no, no. We can put it over here though. What? It's fog of war basically it goes to. So again, let's rally minions further up to here. Let's rally all minions. So now they'll move up further ahead. Just going to change the sensitivity on that. Okay. That's the one that's the problem. It's way quick. That only counts for my well, the mouse is kind of slow. Yeah, that's still just as quick, but now the movement's a bit more reasonable. So we got our workers, start breaking through, guys. You can see they've got barely any food in their belly, so I don't know whether I can go back to base and pick up a bunch of pigs. And maybe feed them that way. I can only pick up 5 pigs at a time. And I'll drop them into battle. Oh, I can't drop them into battle. Never mind. Just like the imps, you can't drop them into an area like this until you've basically claimed it or taken over it. Looks like they're going to carry on going though, and they should do just fine. There's a level 5 dude there, Lord of Poland. Will my minions be enough to deal with him? Good question. I need to get rid of these pigs then, basically, because they're taking up my ability to actually heal. Well, I can still heal whilst holding all the pigs. So I keep my minions going.
Not enough mana. You have insufficient mana.
He's very tough, as you can see. He's got all this armor, by the looks of it, around his health. Let's keep my minions going. They're leveling up. He is slowly going down, so my minions should be okay here. I've got enough mana to come back, so I can just keep healing up.
This trick. Assault the center and the south. They'll never see us coming.
Your dungeon walls are under attack. This blubbering dunce could have used a few firm lashes as a child.
Yeah, I've still got full health on my dungeon core, so we'll concentrate on taking him down, which is almost now. Although a lot of minions are coming in now, we almost need to focus on this guy.
Has never sounded quite so sweet.
He keeps reinforcing himself, but we should be okay. The big dude is down, I believe.
Payday has come again.
So now all we have to do really is to worry about killing that inhibitor. Which is going down. It's only got 1300 health left.
Superbly executed.
Minions are getting tons of experience with this.
I must warn you, the next inhibitor comes with an unpleasant surprise. Fine work, Underlord. Now that O'Thelan and his cronies are a dehydrated paste, let's move on with our assault and destroy the final inhibitor.
I don't see why not.
Revenge is a dish best served cold, Underlord, but we're a bit lacking in refrigeration. The traitorous coward Marcus has made a deal with the Empire to save his own revolting hide. He defends the final inhibitor, and in exchange, the Empire's dogs leave him to cower behind his dungeon's walls. Get in there, Underlord, and tear it all down.
I can do that. Chunders are asexual. Yeah, that's not good. Don't read those tooltips. They'll give you nightmares.
Here entrenched lies the traitorous Underlord Marcus. He has pledged to protect this inhibitor with his life, having convinced the Empire that he means them no harm. The pathetic little turncoat. This uneasy peace has lasted too long. Vanquish this traitorous Underlord and destroy the inhibitor he protects. This place is riddled with brimstone. Its hardened exterior will be impossible to mine using conventional means, but we have other forms of excavation.
Gotta be explosives, am I right? What's this? It seems to want me to unlock the Underminer. Destroys all wall tiles in a small area. Once built, click to activate. Your minions have 10 seconds to run once the fuse has been lit.
Underminer unlocked. The Underminer excels at blasting through large chunks of earth. See for yourself by building one near your dungeon core. Unlike defenses, constructs can be placed on neutral territory and in water. Once you have laid the blueprint down, your workers will channel your unholy energies to construct them. Underminer complete. Your Underminer is ready to be activated. Click it to start the show. Ah, I should have mentioned. Brimstone is a fairly volatile substance. Now that you're out, look east to see an abandoned beast den. You can use the wooden bridge to span your dungeon across water.
Oh wow, look at all
Build
that.
one to the island in order to claim the beast den. This room will allow bloodthirsty beasts to enter your dungeon. Unlike normal minions, beasts cannot work nor train themselves in your barracks. They wish only to strip the flesh from your enemies. In addition, they do not require payment or a lair, and they are more than happy to eat micro-piglets straight from your slaughter pen. However, these unfortunate creatures care not for their own lives, and will fight until their last breath. They cannot be saved if they fall in battle. The Oculus is a master of the mind. If it encounters an enemy, it will assault their senses, temporarily turning them into a vegetable. A Skarg has entered your dungeon. Outside of battle, the Oculus will explore the depths of the underworld, relaying back what it sees to you and to its eldritch hive mind. The Skarg is a deceptively cute beast that prefers the flesh of dwarves above all, and can be trained to fetch and return eyeballs. Deception Shrine claimed. You can rally all of your beasts to battle using the Beast Rally flag. Use your newfound powers and the formidable strength of your beasts to destroy Underlord Marcus and the Empire force he colludes with. You've encountered an Empire patrol. No sense in letting them get away now, is there?
So I want to try to get all the, well, need as many minions as possible. They're all quite busy, so I could probably afford to get a few more minions in there, I think. Always like getting a bit crazy in
Your
those.
creatures are in combat.
They're in combat, then maybe I can cast lightning. Where are they? Oh, you're over here, are you? Okay, can we recall you? Is it too late? Is he going to get attacked?
Another patrol. Give these dogs
nice.
the beating they deserve.
They missed, so I just about managed to get them back into base. Alrighty, so we're going to want to increase this beast den, because it's all about the beasts, quite clearly. Splash the cash on that. We love the beasts. Okay, we're going to want a lair, so that can go here. Plenty of space for them to basically rest, although I'm not sure the beasts rest there. It's just me being OCD. And the fault is always good, but we've not really got a problem with cash. Barracks. There's plenty of cash around the map. Maybe I want to be a bit more conservative, because there might not necessarily be a ridiculous amount of cash spare. But at any rate, we're going to build a bridge to basically gain access to wherever we need to go. And these guys need to take over the tiles, so I continue building the bridges. And then we got an untapped.
To quickly add plots of land to your dungeon, you can use an outpost, which will claim tiles in a 3x3 radius once constructed. Gold Shrine claimed.
Okay. Just got a bunch of beasties over here. Do you want to heal? Because you might be in trouble there. We'll level you up as well with your heals. Okay, so we've got quite a few things to still do. We've got our lair. We want some food though, preferably food over here or something like that. I'm going to carry on building bridges though, because that helps. Just to, well, obviously bridge the gap. So that's going to get us access to wherever it is we need to go. Yep, they got access everywhere. So this could be my little fault area then. We've decided where the fault is going to be. Take this shrine to tell your workers to mine it at a reduced pace. So, why would you want to do that though, if it's unlimited? Okay. None of this space really.
Your minions are fighting the
me.
enemy.
They keep. Ah, here we go. This is good space. So, what did he want me to build? I think he wanted foundry. No, maybe not. Constructs tab. Maybe other stuff. Wooden door, bombard. At any rate, I want to keep blowing up these brimstone bits, because obviously that's a big part of this level. So destroy the brimstone parts. We've also got something to access here. I'm trying to get all the bridges and all the access points here, so it gives my minions something to do as well. Just highlight as much stuff as possible as well. Keeps them busy. Okay, so once that gets blown up, so we'll take a minion here.
Underminer complete.
Okay, so we're going to set that off. That'll blow that up. Give access to this. Probably want to get some traps up, actually. So we're getting bombard here, spinning trap here, maybe, and chuck a couple of workers on that. Although they're going to need the actual parts to work on that, which is why I need a foundry, thinking about it. Oh my. So let's get a foundry. That'll do that. So we've got foundry. We want peak pen. Want the peak goodness.
Perception shrine claimed. You've not got 2 coins to rub together, Underlord. Mine more gold.
Yeah, I need a little bit more cash. So these guys are working hard on getting me the cash. Whilst I get greedy and buy in too much.
A Chunder has entered your dungeon.
Okay. Archive room is obviously helpful. So I might want one of those. Let's just get the rest of those.
Your vault is emptier than your head.
Not anymore. Got it. Okay.
A cultist has entered your dungeon.
So we've got quite a few skargs. They're the good stuff. Right, now we want to work on getting back our bridges if we can help it. Bridge the gap, as stated. It's going to allow us to get access to more gold. More good stuff.
Your minions have entered battle.
Have they now?
Payday has come again.
Now where's this big battle happening? Oh, they got over there some... Just want to use. Can I give you a heal? Probably not. Yes I can actually. You'll be okay. So they're getting a bit cocky, those dudes. I can't remember their name now. Oculus or something like that. There we go. This is feeling like a level from Dark Souls or something. Okay, so everything's like kind of interconnecting here. So I've got access to everything. Right.
Worms have found their way into your dungeon.
Have they now? So what have we got at the back here? We haven't got... We've got Fault, we've got bestiary, we've got Lair, so we need a barracks, I believe. I ain't got much in the way of barracks. So we need some fighting words. Don't think there's any point building more than like 5x5, like 5x6. As long as you can just make sure you get maximum amount of these trading or training devices as possible, that's the way to go. So we've got the barracks, have we got our foundry?
Bombard complete.
Yes, we do have a foundry that's being worked on.
Hounds to
Tavern
tear
is
the
something that we
flesh
need.
from these Empire goons.
Okay. So there's still more work to be done. More bridge to be built.
Nothing has entered your dungeon.
Keep opening up the gaps wherever possible. Just makes it easier to access everything. And then what we'll do is we'll just highlight all of this. Well, we'll try to. That way they can get chopping away at as much as possible. Gives my workers something to do in it. That's good. So, we got to defeat Underlord Marcus. Probably a good time to save it right now because that's quite a lot done. Use an Underminer to blast the brimstone surrounding the inhibitor to access it. Okay, well we know that's just ahead of us. Optional, claim the siege shrines. 0 of 3. Claiming the siege shrines will allow you to break through Marcus's walls with ease. So these are the siege shrines, I assume. Yep, not a problem. So we can fight our way through this so we get all of our minions. I want more barracks, really. Although I've got a little bit. Need to build up my minions as much as possible. It's not great.
Your minions fight the enemy.
So they're constantly having their little ruckus, that's fine.
Hungry in here for some reason.
Let's give them a couple of heals whilst I'm looking at other stuff. So that's the Empire's fault, so we could nick that stuff. I wonder if I could... Nah, I can't quite drop them onto that territory, but can we take over the tiles? Yeah, you can see they're taking over the tiles now, as we're starting to encroach on the enemy territory, so that's neat. Right, that's good, that's good. So we're going to claim this area soon. A bunch of strong enough minions. Beast population attracted, 35%, so obviously a lot of space. Plenty of beasts to be had. So why don't I find out which beasts are doing nothing. So activity. Other or idle. So there's a bunch of these basically not doing anything as far as I can tell. So we're going to chuck 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not sure they're actually going to work. I don't know if the beasts actually work on the training devices, do they? It doesn't look like they pay much attention to them. Maybe they don't. My plan to build up the beasts through the training devices might have fallen flat. They don't seem to care much about it. Okay, fair enough. Maybe I can work on my other minions instead. Okay, so those guys can get leveling up instead. So these guys are all going nuts over there, not sure what to do with themselves. Going to continue to keep building bridges, bridge the gap as much as possible. Got gold to spare. So no excuses to not be able to do this.
I might even have nightmares about that.
There we go. We're going to get access to all of this. Have we got enough micros? Well, the research is coming in, but...
Your creatures have the strangest fear of mushrooms.
Ah, outlock. Outpost. I
Keep a
think he talked
watchful
about that
eye on
earlier.
your dungeon or the depths. You can build a warding totem. Construct one now within your new outpost.
Where's my outpost? Claims all tiles in a 3x3 radius. Minus 5,000 gold. I've got enough gold for it. Doesn't seem to let me cast it on anything though. So I don't know.
That's the kind of text that turns your eyes to cherry.
Let's just build a warding totem there. Outpost. What does it say it needs?
Warding totem complete. Okay, well let's keep going with Underminers and cool stuff like that then, just to blow shit up. I don't seem to be getting too much resistance.
Construct complete.
Kind of don't need those now, do I? Could almost get rid of those.
Shrines improve the speed at which your workers dig through earth and fortified walls.
That's a mighty archive.
Your minions are under attack.
He's just sleepy, that's all. He's not under attack. Okay, outpost. Claims all tiles in a 3x3 radius. I'm still not having any luck with this one. I figured like if it's enemy territory, but it's not really doing anything. Ah, okay, it's just that apparently.
You do not have enough gold to do that. Your vault is empty. Construct finished.
Righto.
You do not have enough gold.
Does it just instantly take over the tile? That's what happens. Or do you still have to get a minion to go on there, so I'm not sure what the cost or worth of that is. I don't understand that one. What is it doing? If it's just getting me a standard tile, there's nothing special about that. It has to be an enemy tile, surely.
Outpost complete.
Otherwise, what's the point? That's a lot of gold for, what, nothing?
Payday has come again. Your minions are being attacked.
Who dares to attack me? I don't think many people are that stupid to attack. Ah, it's this guy over here, getting a bit cocky. The hill. So I can increase the worker rate of my foundry dudes that build traps, but have I got too
Do
many
you ever get used to the nightmares?
traps
The
as it
wailed
is?
cries of countless minions, wishing and hoping to have been healed or protected by you? No, of course not. I doubt you can even feel.
Get to work. Although I guess they've done their work. They're hungry. Going off for food, okay.
Your minions fight the enemy.
Ah, now we've got some minions to fight. So let's pull everything over here. Get some real fighting going on. Let's try this outpost again. So the outpost does not work on enemy minion tiles from what I can tell. That's an enemy minion tile. If I click on that, nothing happens. If I try to drag for 3x3, nothing happens. It only seems to work on territory that doesn't even seem to belong to the enemy. So that doesn't make sense to me. So all I could do if I really wanted to is just get a bunch of workers and drop them all over here, and then they'll just take over it anyway. So I'm a little bit lost on that one as to what the whole purpose of that is. At any rate, we can get ourselves an Underminer. Well, this one will do the trick that I already built earlier. Get access to that good stuff. So this looks like it's protected floor. Let's save this up. No. Yes. Yes, no. Alright, we'll do rotate the camera. Well, that is a slow rotation now. It's a bit quicker. I think it has to be like 300% really. That one does. Bit better. Yep, we're just gonna take every fucking tile that we can see basically. So it gives the workers something to do whenever they're able to do it. Speaking of which, could always do with more workers.
You have insufficient mana to cast that spell.
Get them going. So we've got a whole ton of workers, well, guys here. So we need to start charging in. So have we claimed this yet? Looks like we've claimed this. So the only other one to claim now is the one over here. So let's work towards this. Smack that down, get rid of it. Because we don't want any more of that. My guys can go back and start training. Or whatever it is that they like doing. There we go. Get access to all of this good stuff. We can send our warriors to here, but I believe this sends all of your minions. I prefer if it wasn't your. I don't think it sends your worker units in. If it does, that's obviously a bit of a problem because you don't really want your worker units going there as well. But I think it might do. There's a lot of there's a lot of mobs going there. These guys have definitely got a plan. Okay, have I claimed this one over here? No, I haven't, for some reason. So why have I not claimed this one over here? Ah, we've got some tough stuff going on over there. Let's pick a couple of these, pick a few of these. I don't want them. I can put those all to hotkey 1 and then hotkey 1 over here and then they come back. So these guys are going to go and fuck this shit up. Meanwhile we're going to come back over here and these
Your
guys...
minions have engaged the enemy.
So these guys can all be number hotkey 2 as far as I care. There's a whole ton of them. Get in there, engage it, give me what I need. These guys should be able to claim this for me. Get a bunch of workers here as well, so we can start taking over the tabs. There we go, good lads. Outpost again. Oh.
You have insufficient funds to do that.
More fission is always good, so we can get access to that. That'd be nice. There you go, they're going to get access to that. Meanwhile, my dude should have done a good job of taking over this.
Finished.
Almost. That is a lot of minions.
Have entered battle.
Certainly not a battle they're going to lose. Yeah, you got this. Where are you going? Where are you running off there?
Shrine claimed.
Get over there, take over that. Still got to take over this thing first. In order to do that, we need to destroy all of this. If we can. Pull a bunch of workers over, maybe. Start chopping away at that. Just give me more access, that's what I'm after.
One of your creatures is planning to propose, Underlord.
I don't know which one that is. Hopefully it's the succubus. Okay, we've got access to Enrage. Increases movement speed, damage dealt, and damage taken for a short period of time.
Enrage unlocked.
Nice. Not bad. I'll just keep pushing those minions further forward. These guys should have done what they need to over here. So they're done now.
Do you remember how to deal with brimstone, Underlord?
So get rid of that.
Why not crack open his dungeon with a bit of a bang? Your minions are being attacked.
Problem with this many minions, actually, is that... Well, let's go over here. This looks like something fun to attack. They can all go there, because they're getting unhappy. They're taking up a lot of cash, so let's get some of them killed if not, or at least have them doing something useful. And what's happening with this unlimited gold supply that I have? Is that gone now? The unlimited gold supply is gone. Here it is. But there's no workers on it. Because we need that. Looks like you can have, what, 4 at a time on that? That's very important to have 4 there. These guys are just going for it. And they're going to get stuck in there, definitely.
Your minions are under attack.
So we've got these siege shrines. Well, we should have them. There's one over here, but I don't think I've claimed it yet. So we're still taking over this whole area. Taking these guys a little bit of a while. Maybe we should increase their productivity.
You would kill your own kind for him?
You have insufficient mana to cast that spell.
God, my minions are pretty damn strong. They are just breaking through like nobody's business. These are really tough things to try to destroy. They're not brimstone as far as I understand it. Where's the brimstone at?
There is only
That's
death
brimstone.
for us here.
Keep sending those guys in. I've got my spiders and that over here, I think. Actually, I'm not sure. There's one dude here.
Please,
Not sure what he's up to.
let me be and leave this realm.
No.
Your minions are under attack. Time to pay your minions, Underlord, for all their hard work.
I think I'm just breaking through this regardless of the brimstone and all that hard work I did. It's all
The
work.
Empire presence is fish food. Well done, Underlord.
Underlord, this campaign will be the end of you. There is only death for us here.
Never mind about trying to destroy the brimstone. At least I know how to get rid of it in future, but it took too damn long trying to unlock all this stuff, and even then I didn't quite unlock it properly, because these guys aren't really taking over it properly.
Fast approaching. Withdraw your minions immediately.
No.
You'll regret not heeding my advice.
No, I won't.
Pay no attention to his frightened blabbering.
The ether beckons. Can you feel it tugging as I do?
Nope. Okay, let's put you guys somewhere. Jesus. I want you to be my control group 3, but it doesn't seem to be working. So let's scrap that idea then and build some bridges to actually allow you to get over there. Because that's pretty damn important.
A monstrous tentacled beast threatens to rise from the deep.
Bring it on. We've not taken over this yet. They need to get rid of all of these stuff around here, and then they should be able to take over it. Yeah, finally. There you go. Okay, you guys need to somehow get over to there. However you're going to do it, work your way towards it. I think I'm just going to build a bunch of these frickin' explosives because I'm not really making much progress otherwise. Where can I fit one? I can fit one there. I could actually take one of my, not scargs, oculuses. Drop them down somewhere and actually give myself vision. Because this has taken a while actually to get any real progress. So if you want something done, you have to do it yourself.
Underminer complete.
It's moving a little slower than I like. I don't know whether they fight you. He's a little bit clunky in his movement. As you can see, like, this is me pressing forward right now. What the hell is he doing? Hello, Exile. Gullis Bro got jealous and took you out, unfortunately, Exile. He got mad. I can move again, I'm free! Although I'm not sure which direction I'm going. Aha! We're getting somewhere. This is it. So that's where I want to build something, I think. God, this is difficult to move in. This is genuinely very stubborn.
You found a weakness within Marcus's wall.
There you go. That's where I want to build something. This is brimstone, I think. Okay, there we go. So we exit him. He should be quite far. Oh, that might be a crash. No, not quite. So it's quite far all the way up here. Oh man, this is kind of hard work actually. Because the workers are all slow towards getting towards the job. Aha! I've unlocked all of this area. So we've got brimstone, that's what we want to do. We want to blow this shit
Your
up.
minions are fighting the enemy.
So can we get a minion? Drop them anywhere nearby? Probably nowhere near, to be honest with you. Where's the nearest I can actually drop them? Miles away, unfortunately. Got a bunch of guys here. So they've basically found it impossible to break through this, almost. So what I can do... build some bridges just to help to get over there.
Welcome to Free For All, the game where everyone's fucking lucker except for you.
Oh my Exile, are you crazy? I'm not falling for that one as well. Like, I don't mean that, I mean seriously ridiculous. What? That's mad. Okay, well congratulations Exile. You're now the top donator. The thing said 20.1. It always makes me think it's like $20. That's insane. $201. Jesus Christ. This is a dangerous game you're playing because you get into bidding wars with Gullis Bro and he's like 202. Fuck you. Jesus Christ. That's a lot of money. Seriously, thank you, Exile. Thank you a lot. How are you liking the war for the Overworld, Exile? Is it to your taste? I enjoy this game, but it's a little bit slower than I'd like. Mostly because these guys are kind of fucking stubborn. You've also bugged the whole top donator thing, because it's saying 383 now. You've broken it, basically. It shouldn't be quite... Oh no, I think it's constituting everything that you've put into it so far, maybe. That's what I think it's doing. It's adding up what you've done. Yeah, it's a little bit laggy. Alright, these guys so desperately want to break through here. Can we actually activate these little thingies and destroy this now? Because it's about time, to be quite frank. I might have to have a look at the top donator thing, because what it's doing is it's calculating Exile's donations together, because he's already done like 180 before that, and probably $3 as well on one other time, or rather $2, something like that.
Now that his core
That was a
is
long-ass level.
smouldering ruin, there are other matters that need your attention. The Underlord Raskos was locked in a scrap with a gaggling of greasy midgets, but has since gone silent. Get over there and find out what the hell is going on.
Exile, did you check your Twitch messages and stuff like that?
Job well done, Underlord. Marcus's shattered spirit will not soon forget the price of his cowardice. Now that the inhibitors all lay broken, only one final snag prevents us burning the heart of their land.
Okay. Let's see what this snag is.
It's time to kill two dwarfs with one stone. The miserable midgets of the Dwarven Guard have bested Raskos and sent him back to his own realm, where a counter-assault to our own war has been launched. They're sure to send hundreds of their own to crash against your dungeon walls. Make bloody waves, then follow Raskos to his own domain.
One moment. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I sent you a message, Exile, regarding the last time that you donated anyway. But whether you want to be like, obviously, an honorary patron because of obviously that crazy donation, and now you've just gone and done it again, so basically it's like Tauren privileges, so you can ask me a question for Q&A, you obviously get your own video, you can determine your own strategy, that kind of thing. Check your messages. You should have a message come through. If not, I'll definitely resend it, but you should definitely have a message. I'll probably send it to you a little while ago. I know no one checks Twitch messages. Heck, I don't even check them, but yeah. I did send something, I'm pretty sure. And now it's even more apt, because you've gone and done it twice.
Raskos has been forced back to his realm by the Dwarven allies of the Empire. Fortunately for you, his dungeon remains relatively intact. By claiming his dungeon core, you will be given control of all that he once owned. In the meantime, I'll learn more of the situation within his own realm.
Dorfer made me laugh there. He keeps getting pissed off when people donate on the stream because it's not going towards the patron. The patron's actually kind of lower, or a lot lower than it used to be anyway. It's funny that. Kind of funny, I guess. Right, let's chop away at all of this goodness. So my mission, claiming a destroyed dungeon core will grant you ownership of their entire dungeon. So obviously we want to try to get to that as fast as possible to give ourselves a head start. Speaking of head starts, tons of these little minions.
Not enough mana.
So what's this? Is this a busted dungeon core? Yep, that looks like the Zerg or something. Let's break through that. Put a couple of minions here. Concentrate on getting towards this. In fact, can we get any closer to that? Yeah, just take over that area more. That's more important than anything else because I get access to everything else from doing that. You kind of need to really zoom out and just chop away everything. Gives you guys something to do. Gives you something to build on. Preferably lots of empty space. Right, let's pull a load of these. Again, pull them all the way over here. Take over this area, get this core ASAP if we can, guys. Whilst you're trying to get rid of everything else. The rest of this space can just be a fault. Can we get any more of these workers? Yes, we can.
Mana. Not enough mana.
How many have I got now? 25. Yeah, 25 seems to be the maximum you can get. Alright, so it's giving me access to stuff it's already had.
An Oculus has entered your dungeon.
Okay.
Some of his walls were destroyed in the attack, but you can use replacement earth to patch them up.
Oh wow.
Cast it now to fix the breach. A cultist has entered your dungeon.
Can I just build a wooden door there instead?
Replacement earth complete. A Chunda has entered your dungeon.
Oh.
The sanctuary will allow you to channel rituals of devastating power. Open the ritual panel and select the shifting bond ritual to begin channeling it.
An evil force rears to strike at us. Ready yourselves, lads.
A Gnarling has entered your dungeon. It seems they left a Dwarven rearguard, but you should be able to quash their attacks. Raskos's alchemy lab has a few brewed potions remaining within it. Grab a quick freeze potion and drop it upon these invading midgets. A crackpot has entered your dungeon.
So, regarding the rituals tab, shifting bond, now what do I do with it? Just activate it? Activate to transport your dungeon core to another realm. So what does that actually mean? What does it all mean, Basil? Okay, right. Anyway, let's save this up, get things building, get the appropriate, well, subterranean abodes filling up. Exile, you can simply just give me a message back on Twitch, so you could just reply to my message, or you could send it to me on YouTube. Probably best if you try to send it to me on Twitch, because then I know that's definitely you. But obviously you can contact me on YouTube and wittywarcraft@gmail.com. There's another place you can contact me at, but obviously I'd have to constitute whether it was you or not, if you know what I mean. That would play... If you got a corrupt file, you might want to reset, like reinstall Warcraft 3, because what that means is you might have saved over one of your original maps, and every time it tries to load that map, or if it could load that map, it basically fucks the game up, because I've done that before. Okay. So that could be your problem right there, for all I knows. 7x5. Slaughter pen. Let's build up on that. So what else have we got? We got Fault, we got Lair, we got Slaughter pen, we want Tavern nearby. I think there was a tavern elsewhere. That's the Foundry, isn't it? That looks like... Is that Tavern? And that's the Foundry. No, this is all Tavern. Okay. Now that is the interesting stuff.
A crackpot has entered your dungeon. Attracted by the reagents of your alchemy lab, these gnarling kin will spend most of their time concocting viscous brews and tinkering about your cauldrons.
Get your arse out there and scout out these invaders and make it snappy.
It's the Mountain King! Aye! Aye, it's the Mountain King! Alright, let's just fucking tear all of this to pieces. It's the Alchemy Lab. A game like this does my head in though, because I'm too OCD with how I want to build things. It's been a bit more generous to me on this level. But it's still a little bit like... not exactly how I would like it. And that sort of stuff just kills me. So we've got a shitload of everything, basically. Plenty of fault space. We want a large army, by the way, so we can just speed through this. We've got our army. Slaughter pen, they're good for that. Fault, wooden bridge, they're loving that. Foundry's good, isn't it? I've got a foundry, maybe not. No, that's the foundry. So we're still working on that. I want to get some defences though. Like bombard cannons are always good.
Not enough mana.
Oh, you want mana now, do you? Okay. So I've got too many workers then. I've got workers in combat or something like that, apparently.
Well done, Underlord. Now continue to build defences and brew potions to use against these rancid dwarfs. Well done, Underlord. Now continue to build defences and brew potions to use against these rancid dwarfs.
Okay.
Your minions have engaged the enemy.
I don't care, it's probably the occultist ones. They're always looking for a fight for some reason. Screw the occultists.
While the dwarves have a nearly inexhaustible army, it will take time for them to bring to bear their more experienced soldiers.
Rally forth and attack! Let's spank these wretches back to the ether.
It's a bit lazy for me to just build the whole bridge over everything, but there you go. I just went and did that. You just saw it. It just happened. The main thing is that I get access to all of this good stuff, which is loads, as you can see. So what is this? This is the alchemy lab, so that's where you get potions from. I'm not sure what I'm really using these potions for. Brand new work-a-lot potion. But does anyone really have the time to use these potions over everything else that they're currently doing? I don't know. Either way, I'll just start building stuff and to hell with the consequences. So, one thing we need to ask ourselves is, have we got everything that we need so far? We've got loads of space, potentially. So we've got lair, 13 out of 64, so we're nowhere near filled that up. Slaughter pen, that's more than enough piggies, I'm pretty sure. But if not, we'll just fill that up even more, so that way the guys are going to be incredibly happy. They can be more happy about that. Fault is kind of covering the rest of this space. There you go. Everyone's happy. Bridges, we've got those. Beast Den, that's definitely something we're missing, so Beast Den is going to take over this whole area, or a lot of this area. God, that doesn't cover much, does it? There we go. It looks good over here, I think. So that's the whole Beast Den. Have we got barracks? We kind of had the barracks here. There's quite a few bits of the barracks there, actually. There's quite a lot there, actually, for barracks. So we can get some workers chopping away on that. Get those going. And so we've got the barracks, the bestiary we're extending. Foundry's good. Tavern's pretty good. So Foundry's not that big, but it's got enough going. Tavern's there, alchemy's over here. We can always extend that a little bit more. And maybe just work on the Beast Den, because the Beast Den, everyone seems to think the Beast Den is where it's at and it's imbalanced. So why not get some more on the beasts? I hear the beasts.
Shove you and your black magic, you bloated dingleberry.
Alrighty. So, now we got bridges to work on, don't we? Yes, we do. So let's get those bridges going. Let's just build them everywhere.
It is payday.
Yeah, it's payday. I just bloody spent all my money on bridges. So good luck to my guys on getting your cash. What's this over here? Manufacturing shrine. Produces defense parts over time. So that's like something that just does it by itself. Whereas these guys have to be working on the foundry parts. Oh yeah, this is my bestiary over here.
Attack.
What's going on over here, eh? Oh, I see. You're getting yourself into trouble there, are you? Alright, so what I can do is just around the outside. Although if I have aggressive enough minions, to be quite frank with you,
2 coins to rub together, Underlord.
I don't need to keep getting defences around this because I'll just basically take over his base. So I've got to destroy the Empire's gateways to reduce the number of enemies spawning. And there's 7 of them remaining. It doesn't even look like there's much left on the map. But looks could be deceiving. So the lair is crazy. Okay. Still got bugger all.
Bombard complete.
There we go. Get some more cash in. Go, my little minions, go. Do we have any unlimited gold supplies? Otherwise, if we don't, I am pretty screwed. I gotta admit. Do we even have acolytes in? What are the acolytes up to? You know they got talent. There we go. So, oh yeah, we can really extend the barracks, but obviously a bit more cash coming in helps with that.
El Presidente has entered your dungeon.
Oh, good.
Don't worry, Underlord. I've already had him shoved through the spit roast.
Now we got workers, fighters. That's fighting talk. Should be a lot more beasts. It's my occultists that keep getting themselves into fights by the looks of it. At least they're smart enough to get back when they get really injured. Although that one might not make it back. He's finding himself with a rough time. They got a lot of traps by the looks of it.
You have insufficient
He's getting
mana
booted
to
all over the
cast
place.
that spell.
Okay, so we need more access to them. I'm surprised they're not trying to destroy my bridges. You know, my access points to them. And in turn, their access points to me.
Your creatures are in combat. You do not have enough gold to do that.
Yeah, I do. Right, that pretty much covers a lot of my bases. Although I need to check my minions. How... Well, let's have a look at these potions. Pick up a finished work a lot potion. Okay, so I'll pick one up. So do I just literally chuck that on a minion? Okay, looks like you do, I guess. I think that worked. So what I'm going to do, I think, eventually... Actually, let's drop this on them, freeze them in their traps so we can kill this guy off pretty easily and then gangbang them as well. So I get it. Potions are pretty good actually if you are willing to use them.
Insufficient funds to do that.
But it's not easy. It ain't easy. Not too worried about traps, constructs, Underminer, outpost. Again, I don't understand this outpost. It doesn't work the way I think it does.
Your minions fight the enemy.
I've got lightning, so I'll just use some of my lightning.
You have insufficient mana to cast that spell.
Alright, thanks Exile. I'll check it after with this. Right.
Evil bugger is making headway out there. Ready up!
So we can give our workers something to do by chopping away at this stuff for now. It's not like they're doing anything else. Still a lot of these humans to fight, or the dwarfs, so to speak. And they're going to keep spawning unless I take care of these main things here. So what I kind of want to do is get all my strongest fighters if I can and put them into a main fighting group. So what we'll do... Hey. Okay, so that's those in group 1. Put these in group 1 as well. I'm pressing Control and 1 and then clicking on them to do that. We'll take a couple of cultists and put them in group 1 for the debuffs. take a few occultists as well. The hell? Oh, actually, we'll take quite a few.
Your minions are under attack.
Oh, they're quick. Alrighty. And we'll take a couple of chunders as well, if we can. I'm trying to rally them to group 1, but I keep putting the rally point down, unfortunately. Come on, work with me here. Right, you see this guy here. I guess he's already part of group 1. I have to assume so, because it won't let me group him up anymore. Maybe I got too many in group 1. At any rate, that's a shit ton of mobs. So we've got that sorted. We've got our army, and now we're just going to basically bombard them. Yeah, I can work on some Warcraft 3 gameplay. I don't see why not. I'll get past this level, and then we'll take a look. Right then, first things first. Let's trash this joint. I think generally the way this game works at the moment is I can just trash the place rather than using too many clever things to get through the game. So if we spot the enemy, pick up minions caught within the radius of this potion, enter a trance that allows them to work slightly, well, work significantly faster. So I don't know if that really works for, you know, fighters, but there you go.
Slow the attacks of your enemies.
This is such a strong group of minions though, it's so overwhelming. I'm not sure what the enemy's going to have versus this, so we're just going to basically speed through this. Doesn't look like I can get any other interesting potions, unless I get access to them through that, in which case I need more cultists. And to get more cultists, you need to build more of this stuff. So let's get some worker units.
The demon dog threatens to engulf the world with its hideous maw.
We're
Your
trashing
minions
this.
are under attack.
My minions are so strong over there, looks like they're fine.
Well done, Underlord.
So we'll just keep on
That
pushing.
should give you a bit of a reprieve from their assault.
This game is like Dungeon Keeper, if you've ever seen it before, Equalizer. Dungeon Keeper is like a real-time strategy game, but you're kind of building these abodes to attract minions, and each minion has specific uses to you, which is going to help benefit you, and, you know, give you researches and make you more powerful. And also, shit is going down over here. I'm going to have to pull all my minions back because I've not got any traps set up to deal with this. They're coming very strong over there, so all my minions are going to be pulling back. Although a quicker way to pull them back is obviously just to frickin' pick them all up and drop them in here. Kick the shit out of these guys, and also use one of those potions to try to trap
Your minions
them.
are being attacked.
So that's trapped. I don't know if it traps my own minions. It looks like it does, but either way, it gives my minions a chance to get back and deal with any ones that are loose and running around. As you can see, there's still quite a few of them. So we could keep freezing these ones over here for the time being, since I do have another one. And then deal with the ones over here, clear them up, and then take care of these ones. So yeah, build a dungeon, get strong, get your minions, research them, power them up, take over the world, and stop the humans from destroying you, basically. And then eventually destroy the humans themselves. I cannot get a torture chamber yet. I don't seem to be attracting many acolytes, so I'm not sure what they're up to. Let's pull them all off. Chuck 4 there at least, and 1 on there. But they're hungry. Okay, my guys have finished dealing with the enemy minions, as far as we can tell. So let's go up to where we were, which is up here. And there's going to be another one of these things over here, I think, and we'll work our way through that way, from left to right. And what I could do, I haven't really got much gold to do it, but I was going to say build some traps from where the enemy were coming last time, but I don't think I've really got that luxury.
Your minions are being attacked.
So these cultists do not want to work.
It's payday.
Probably because I've gotten part of Group 1. I don't know how to individually take them off of Group 1 though, to be honest with you. These guys are trashing through this, definitely. Where's Enrage? Enrage would be good. Oh well, maybe that was something I got last game, and I need to research it to get it. You've always got Lightning Bolt to deal with enemies that are basically inside of your base, if you haven't quite got enough minions to deal with it. Okay, so my guys are working up here. There we go, get towards it. Screw these traps, blast through them. I've got no gold, so when next payday comes, my minions are going to be real pissed. Let's see if there's any gold I can get. Not really. Maybe there's an artifact that gives me gold. There's 3 to be discovered, and I see one over here.
Proper bloody rough up. Let's show them what true
But I can't build a bridge to get
dwarves
to
can
it.
do.
Okay, so we want to destroy that as well. I've kind of used up all the gold available to me, so I was a little bit crazy on building certain facilities. Should I activate Shifting Bond? No, that's already gone. 2,500 gold, so a fair bit of gold. Basically, gold is something that I don't have access to. Well, however, this isn't being used, so should have probably done
Your
that.
minions are under attack.
Oops. Get working. And at least I've got some gold access there. I'm not sure how well my minions are doing up the top here. Oh, wow. A lot of them probably would have been pulled back to base and are repairing. I've still got a lot of minions, as you can see, so they've probably all been pulled back and repairing or getting their health back. Because it looks like they've probably been pushed back from this attack over here, which is obviously the strongest point. That's got 3 of them all in one place. So my minions have had a tough time breaking through that. Maybe on the way back they've been pulling through here. A bunch of minions. Enemy guys on that side. Let's get rid of that.
Your minions have entered battle.
So we need my minions. Oh, these guys are all stuck over here. They're trying to break through, you can see. It's funny. Let's pull my minions over here to deal with this. Because they're going to break through to this part. I could just get all of my minions at this point, because I'm pretty sure I've got what I need. Unless I want to just stick them all into the... I see a lot of them are still training.
Your dungeon is under attack.
Should be quite powerful, really. Well, that says they're only level 1, some of them. These guys should be able to hold this guy, I imagine. I've got money coming in, so the next payday I should be kind of okay. Their wages aren't that high, I don't think. They're hard work, definitely. I want to destroy 3 of these though, getting 3 of these in one go, but that's ridiculously hard. You can see all the traps over here. Maybe I should just work my way towards it and get rid of that one, and this one over here. Definitely do that instead. I'm getting chased down by all these guys. I've got a few bombard towers though, that's nice. That can sort of deal with the minions as they're coming through.
Your minions are being attacked.
Well, I'm trying to be as descriptive as possible, Silverine. I don't feel like I can be animated as such. It's more a case of like just literally just stating what's going on, because there's a lot to freaking focus on. Macro type games are obviously not my forte, as you know. Good. I'm getting the cash, so that's nice. Loads of cash spare. 22k. It's looking good. Payday's not a problem. All right then.
You'll not frighten us with a bloody golem.
This guy
We eat
looks big.
stone sandwiches for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Bring this lummox down.
Here comes all my minions. Let's see how well you do versus that. I can also cast lightning on him since he's in my territory. Let's trash this. There's the other one over here, which we can get access to, especially if I get vision of it. Got to keep remembering which one is which. So that should be going down in a second. There we go. Flag to here, just before the vision goes down. So we've almost got all the gateways.
Your minions are under attack.
So you basically have to survive until shifting bond is available again, but I might be able to do this and actually destroy all of the gateways before that even happens. Come on, boys. Are they in our territory? Can we lightning them? I'm not sure. Maybe not. No, they're not quite in our territory. What if I take all of my workers? I don't think my workers are doing anything. They should just drop them nearby, just for lols. Don't know if they're going to do anything.
Take your rituals and your magic and shove them up your
Yeah, they're actually going to take out the tiles.
Arse.
KO, you need minions to pull back your dead ones. Don't know if I can cast recall on them instead of actually getting someone to pull them back. No, I don't like it. These guys are getting trashed. Get a bit trashed actually. Gotta be a bit careful actually.
Not enough mana. Your creatures are in combat.
God, oh my. It's all happening. It's getting pretty real actually. Okay. We still need to kill this already. Come on guys. Let's just bring this one down. Everything to here. To hell with the consequences. I've got rid of a lot of my imps. They're kind of useless, so we're literally just going to drop them in there and get them killed anyway. The ones that are spare. Because I need mana, so I can just lightning these guys down.
You are out of mana.
We still haven't taken care of this yet. Come on. Give him a heal. Look, that one's a level 6. He should be pretty damn
Your
powerful.
creatures are in combat. Not enough mana.
One thing I definitely got to keep an eye on is my core. Although that one's gone, but I don't know if I reclaim that. This is the main one. And that's exactly where they're fucking heading. Have we trashed this thing yet? Hurry up. Oh yes you have. I can get down here then.
Underlord, your dungeon core is being attacked.
Alright, let's try and freeze him. I'm brewing a potion. Brewing a potion, quick! Fucking stop him!
There are creatures assaulting your dungeon core.
Gank him! That's a bit closer than I'd like. Okay, right, now we're at the point where what I might do, save it, put down the flag for all my minions to rally to, and then get rid of it so that they go off, rest, eat, get themselves big and strong, and then we'll go and deal with the last few bits. So, 1, and rally, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Plenty of pigs for you guys to go and eat on. Make yourself happy. See, he's gone from 32% on his food to 100%, so he's big and buff. And then maybe stick him in there, but otherwise I don't think that's necessary, so I'll just spend my cash on just multiple freeze traps and stuff like that. This guy's a real prick, isn't he? Why did he even bring me back if he doesn't like me? What my workers could do is just sort of like build lots of bombard cannons nearby or something. I don't know. Could be useful. Wait a second. we're going to need the foundry. So you can see they've picked up the foundry bits, so what I might be able to do is pick them up again, knowing that they've got those foundry bits, and drop them down, and they can just get straight to building it. Or are they going to have to go all the way back and pick up the foundry bits, because they lose the foundry bits when I pick them up? I think that might happen.
Come on, lads. Get at them.
Okay, fair enough. If that's what happens, that's what happens. Alright, so my minions are probably, you know, training up, getting all the food that they need. They've slept, I assume, as much as they need to. I really haven't got much in the way of research this game, have I, at this level? It's like bugger all. I'm not even sure what to get now that I've done it. Gives all friendly units in a small radius increased movement speed for a period of time. That seems like a worthy case.
Unlocked. Bombard complete.
We've got plenty of these spells. Have we got any crackpots working in here? Because we might need some crackpots so I can actually get some potions brewing. Unless they're going to fuck off and get themselves some food or something instead. Right, all of you dicks, you are good to go now. I'm getting a lot of traps and that set up here, so...
Your minions are under attack.
Oh, hello.
Ritual is complete, Underlord.
Ah,
Activate it now to pursue Raskos to his home realm.
darn it.
Ah, right. There's a bit of blowback when this ritual activates.
I completed it anyway. Whoops. I was going to try and take out those 3 cores at the top. I was ready to do it. I kind of got this grip of what I was trying to achieve. Okay. So that's the next part. So we're going to fight the other guy in his realm a little bit. So that's the next part. So we'll come back to that. Well, next time.